Hi, welcome to the Gamesplainer. I'm Jeff the Gamesplainer, and today I'm Gamesplaining Niagara. I did the original videos of Niagara a year ago. Have I still played it? Do I still like it? All those questions will be answered. Niagara is a 3 to 5 player game. Notice there's no 2-player mode on it. There's no single player mode on it. That's because it's also an older game. What I've noticed is that this has been played. It has only been played about 4 times, but it feels like it's been played an awful lot. This game works with larger groups. It also works at the smaller player count. I have found that with a larger group, you've got to adjust the way you're thinking to allow for what the players are. So on your initial play of this game, there's always the thought of playing one of the really big cards first. And if you're aware of that, then you can circumvent what's going to happen by not also playing a big card. What people find is they play the big card, and then because of just the way of coming back, it's harder to get back because they don't have the big card to get them back. So having that that information, I guess, is probably really important for playing this game. This is a game from 2004. It's old. Like, we're 2019 now. It's 15 years old. This game still holds up. It has a lot going for it. You put it on the table when you've set it up properly. Because it sits on the boxes with that flat bit, you've got the plastic things that move along. It looks really, really good. The playing of it is fun, but it feels like games have moved forward from what this is. What this was 15 years ago, I think would have been absolutely spectacular. Because I really like it now. It doesn't quite hold up against other games, just that much. It's got some elements in it that it's a little bit kind of rulesy is probably the best word for it. It's a bit mathy. Be very careful of that. Having the rules, because there's kind of a little minutiae of, if you move up the stream you can take the gems out of someone else's canoe, things like that. And the having to change the weather, picking when to do that is actually pretty important. These things they feel a bit dated, a bit old. Not that there's anything wrong with that, because as I say, I actually still like this game. I really like Niagara. I think that it's a worthwhile game to have and to play. If you haven't come across the game before, please have a look at my videos, see what you think of it. See what's going on with this moving of the boats and up and down the stream. And what I found with a larger player count game, you cannot go after the single gem, especially if the single gem you normally go for is one of those top 2 gems, because everyone has that same thought. And so with a larger player count game, you tend to find that you'll actually be going right down to try and pick up those lower ones to get one of each, or you'll be going for the larger, I think it's 7 different gems to just have 7 gems and try not to sink. There's a lot going on. There's a lot to think about. And having that different player count, it actually changes how you have to think about the game. And it's really important to understand that you're going to have to think about what you're doing differently. If you've got fresh people at the table, they're going to be thinking about very differently to people who have played the game before. Because fresh people just kind of go, oh, I'll go down, I'll pick up the gem and come back, not realizing what's going to happen within the rapids of the creek, of the river of Niagara Falls, of the bit that leads into it. You can explain that all you like, but until actually someone experiences it, they're not going to understand it. So there's not a huge amount of point in that. I actually wonder if it's worthwhile presenting the game, everyone have a go just to start with, to get a feel for how it goes, and then actually start fresh again. Might be a way to go with this game, specifically because of that river rule and how that all kind of gels together. Okay, look, I think I've spoken long enough about this one. Please go ahead and watch my Gamesplained Gamesplanation. See what I thought about it a year ago. Do I still like it? I think I do. If you have any games that you would like to be Gamesplaned, please shoot me an email at thegamesplainer@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at thegamesplainer to keep up to date with the games I'm playing. Subscribe to my videos to keep up to date with the games I'm gamesplaining. And until next time, enjoy gaming.